In 2016, Mikaela Matthes, nee Borrett, completed her Bachelor of Arts, specialising in counselling and psychology. Her keen interest in human behaviour has already started her on a path of lifelong learning. She strongly resonates with assisting others and improving their lives. Mikaela Matthes is the 2022 Young Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations, Mikaela.
Thank you.
Now, it's only been 6 years since you graduated from Avondale, so it probably feels like it was only just yesterday that you walked out these doors. But tell us where you're living now and what you're up to.
Currently, I'm living in Martinsville, so less than 10 minutes from Avondale campus still. And yeah, I'm living with my husband here, and yeah, we're both just sort of working.
And whereabouts are you working?
So I work in a local school as the school counsellor there, and I also do some work as a tutor in the counselling program back at Avondale.
So you've completed your grad dip in psychology and your master's in psychology. What was it that actually prompted you to sort of pursue that further specialisation and head down that road? Because I know you have said that you sort of have taken things as they come, one step at a time. But what was it that sort of triggered you to want to go further?
So after I worked for a little bit, I decided I like studying. So I decided to do a bit more. And I had, I guess, to become a psychologist, you have to do those extra steps of study that I had done. So I did the grad dip of psychology, which is like the equivalent of like an honours year. And once I did that, I did the decision process again. Do I keep going with this, or do I just keep working as a counsellor? And then I decided I'd gotten so far that I wanted to just keep going with the psychology qualification as well, and the two just go really well together.
Yeah, well done. Most people sort of want to, take that break, get a whole heap of experience, but you sound like you continued on that academic journey.
To be honest, I found like that is I have a skill set in that area. I like learning and studying. Growing up, that was a weird skill to have, and didn't always feel like a very like celebrated strength maybe. So I think just being like at Avondale, working there but also studying there, I just found like that's something that I like, and I found a place to use that, I suppose, to learn about other people and then to be able to share that so that they can benefit from that.
So let's have a quick chat about your first job after you graduated. You studied the topic, but sometimes working in that area can be quite different from the academia side of things. Were there any shocks or challenges in that first year out that sort of, were a really good learning for you?
Yeah, it took me a little while to get my first counselling job. It's just a field where like the qualifications are really diverse, and also being really young and looking even younger than I was, I found it really hard to just break into the industry a little bit and to feel confident saying, hey, I do actually know a little bit of what I'm doing and I'm willing to keep learning. And so I was surprised probably by by how difficult that was, I suppose, by people's perceptions of my age and that kind of thing. But also I just learned a whole lot once I actually could just start working and using those skills. So yeah, I was working with children and young people, and as particularly children and young people from separated families. And I just started learning a lot about family dynamics and things like that.
What's the joy that you get out of this?
You don't always know how you've helped, particularly like as a counsellor or a psychologist, because the sign that they have improved is they stop seeing you. So you don't always even find out what was helpful or if it had anything to do with you. But having that opportunity to be part of be part of a child's journey, be part of their own education, and help them recognise their own strengths to reach their potential. Particularly, I see it as helping them see themselves the way God sees them, even though that might not always be overt in my work, if I'm not working with Christian clients particularly. But just getting a sense that they feel more confident, and if they feel like what was a concern and a problem to them isn't bothering them as much anymore, seeing them re-engage in things, that's always the signs that something helped, whether it was me or not, that they've improved and they've got something out of the process.
And do you find it rewarding?
Yes, it's very rewarding. It's a very challenging job, but it's also really rewarding. So that ends up balancing out quite a bit. It's quite a privilege to sit with people and to hear their stories. They don't often get to know you very much because they're talking about themselves and the process is about them. But it's amazing how kids and young people will learn to trust you and to share, things that they won't tell and won't have the opportunity to tell anybody else, to talk about big feelings and things going on for them and dreams and goals and things they want to work towards. It's such a privilege to be part of that.
And do you feel like the attitude towards mental health and counselling and seeking out that help is changing even since when you started?
Yeah, I think it's changed a lot. I know there's lots more jobs out there going and available than when I graduated, because there's more of a need. There's more funding going into this area. So I think I often get asked whether the needs are actually increasing, like whether young people are struggling more, or if it's just being that it's more okay to identify that or to seek help. And it is a mixture of both things. So definitely the stigma around seeking help is being reduced, which helps particularly children and young people access the right kinds of supports at an early age to set them up for their future.
What are some of your future goals? Where do you see yourself headed in the next 5 years? And maybe I could even say 4 years, because in 2026, that will be your 10-year homecoming reunion. So where are your future goals lying?
Well, my most immediate future goal is to finish my psychology registration. So currently I'm a provisional psychologist. I'm completing my internship year. So I'm hoping to have my full registration within the next year. And beyond that, I would love to expand my skills also working with adults. Most of my counselling work has been with children and young people, which I absolutely love, but I think it would really grow me and in my skills to work with adults. And I love training other counsellors. I love being part of building other counsellors. It's a tiring profession. So anytime that I can help support somebody else who's going to go and support other clients, I find that really rewarding. So I would love to keep dabbling in the academic space and be part of training future counsellors a bit more than I am now too.
Well, Mikaela, you're still at the beginning of your life journey, but we can't wait to see where you go and what you do. And we want to thank you for your compassion and your commitment to serving your community, for your dedication to further your learning, and for your care as you transform lives. So I want to congratulate you. You are the 2022 Young Alumnus of the Year.
Thank you.
Well, there's more to Mikaela's story, so I encourage you to head to our Avondale Alumni Facebook page or to our website to read more about what she's up to. And if you'd like to send her a message, you can leave something here on the post, or you can send an email to alumni@avondale.edu.au.